from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Some riverfront land in Varina is preserved in perpetuity. Good news for the action track and a new Black History course in Henrico County. We'll have details on those stories in today's Henrico News Minute for Thursday, October 1st, 2020. It's brought to you today by Nathan's Roof Repairs.
And now for the news.
The Capital Region Land Conservancy recently recorded a conservation easement on 49 acres off Osborne Turnpike in Varina. It was the fourth easement by landowner Randy Welch. The easement is held by CRLC, and it guarantees that the land will be protected in perpetuity. Organization officials consider it particularly important because the entire property is identified in Conserve Virginia as being amongst Virginia's highest conservation value lands. This particular site will provide working farmlands and will safeguard 20 acres of prime farmland and 12 acres of farmland of statewide importance. It also will help protect natural floodplains along the James River and its presence within the core battlefield area of the Battle of Chaffin's Farm and Newmarket Heights, fought in Virginia September 29th and 30th of 1864 during the Civil War, will help to preserve the historic value of that occurrence. It was during that battle that 14 of the 15 Congressional Medals of Honor awarded to United States colored troops during the Civil War were awarded to men who fought. You can read more about this conservation on henricocitizen.com by clicking on Community. Henrico County Public Schools distributed nearly 25,000 meals by bus to 60 bus stops throughout the county during the first 2 weeks of school. That's according to data provided by the school system to the Citizen earlier this week. At one other stop, the intersection of Pump Road and Castile Road in the far west end, no one picked up a meal during any of the 3 days that a bus stopped there during those first 2 weeks. Now, the county, in addition to offering curbside meal pickup at every public school Monday through Thursday, is also delivering meals twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays by bus to those 61 locations. They make stops in 30-minute increments. On Mondays, they provide lunch for Monday, breakfast and lunch for Tuesday, and breakfast for Wednesday. And then on Wednesdays, they provide lunch for that day, as well as breakfast and lunch for Thursday and Friday, and breakfast for Monday. The meals are available at no cost, no identification is required, and anyone may pick up meals for children and teens 18 and younger, regardless of whether they attend Henrico Schools or not. The most popular bus stop distribution site in the first 2 weeks was at Hungry Spring Road and Prestwick Road in the West End. The school system distributed more than 1,100 meals during the 3 days of stops. Stop in the Coventry Gardens apartment complex in Eastern Henrico also witnessed more than 1,000 meals distributed during those same 3 days. In total, during the first week of school, officials distributed 6,000 meals by bus and almost 41,000 at school sites. That total was a little more than half the number that the school system had served in schools during the first week of 2019 school year. Some students at Henrico High School this year are taking a new African American history course. It's the only school in the county offering the course and one of just 16 school divisions statewide to be offering it. The course emerged from an August 2019 directive from Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. It was created by the Virginia Department of Education in collaboration with Virtual Virginia, WHRO Public Media, and committees of historians, teachers, and professors. On henricocitizen.com today, we talk with the Henrico High School teacher who's leading the course there to learn more about what it entails. You can read that story on henricocitizen.com by clicking on Education. Well, good news for Richmond Raceway, as yesterday NASCAR announced that the track would again host 2 races in the NASCAR Cup Series next year. The season will mark the 75th anniversary of racing at the Raceway in Northern Henrico. Richmond will host its 66th annual Spring Cup Series race on Sunday, April 18th. And then in the fall, will host its 64th annual Fall Cup race on Saturday, September 11th. The track will host the second race in the first round of the Cup Series playoffs for the 4th straight year. Tickets for both races are now on sale. You can call 866-455-7223 or visit richmondraceway.com to order. There were only 13 new cases of COVID-19 reported among Henrico residents on Wednesday. That was according to the Virginia Department of Health, which also attributed 4 deaths in the county to the virus, 3 people over the age of 80 and 1 in his or her 40s. It is not yet clear whether those deaths were recent or happened weeks or months ago, but only recently were attributed to the virus. 3 new hospitalizations related to COVID also have been reported in Henrico since Tuesday. The county's 7-day positivity percentage has remained steady at just 3.4% as of September 26th. During the past 7 days, there have been on average just 23 new cases of the virus in Henrico each day, according to the VDH. If you've been feeling anxious, overwhelmed, frustrated, or any number of other emotions in the last 6 months, you are certainly not alone. A June survey by the Centers for Disease Control showed that 41% of U.S. adults had reported considerably elevated adverse mental health conditions associated with COVID-19. Locally, officials with the Henrico Crisis Intervention Team and the National Alliance on Mental Illness of Virginia have seen an increase in people reaching out for help for a number of reasons. Sometimes it's because they feel anxious, depressed, or helpless, and other times because they just want to talk with another person in the hopes that a personal connection will offer solutions. On HenricoCitizen.com today, we've talked with a few of these officials and outlined some of their pieces of advice. You can check it out right now by clicking on Community. And if you want to find out what houses near you are selling for, check out our property transactions from September 16th through 22nd. You can do that on HenricoCitizen.com by clicking on News and then Property Transactions. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Nathan's Roof Repairs, a small company doing big things. Check them out online at nathansroofrepairs.com or call 273-9200 for a free estimate.